Good morning. Good morning. I'm only a minute late. Oh, I hope this echo. I had to move in this room. I hope this echo don't get on y'all nerve because it's getting on mine already, but we're gonna have to push through it for the night. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What is going on, Funky Bunt? Listen, we about to have it all going on, and that's just what it is and what it is. I got some sad news to report, guys. I've got to go back to Miami tomorrow. We had to send my aunt back to the hospital. This morning, my cousin went by to do her morning visit, and she found my aunt had gone to the bathroom on herself again. And my aunt was just saying, I need help. I need help. I need help. So I booked a 7:30. Riot in Rio, god damn it. They literally sit in this house with me all damn day and don't bark. The moment I start doing this, all this damn barking. Rio, come here. Anyway, yeah, so we called the ambulance, had her transported to the hospital via ambulance. They are just getting around to admitting her, and this happened earlier this morning. So I'll be going home. As of now, I booked a plane ticket to be down there tomorrow through Tuesday. So there definitely will not be a show tomorrow. Wednesday night, it really just depends on my hotel accommodations, lighting, and if I'm not too exhausted from whatever it is I'm about to step into when I go home. The doctor did call us, and preliminarily, they think that she may have developed pneumonia. And he's also looking at her heart. He threw out the word congestive heart failure, but it's not sure just yet. And overall, guys, we had her home now for 2 weeks. She was taking her medicine, but she just was not getting better. For somebody who prior to that was up and driving and going, picking up the kids from school and running errands and stuff, to where she is now, it's just been a steep decline, and she has not gotten any better since we've got her out of the hospital. So that's what's going on. The beautiful thing about it, and while I'm going down this time around, is because come hell or high water, I am having them discharge her into a rehab facility. Like, this, me trying to manage stuff from up here, and my cousin and my sister taking turns. Number one, there's just but so much bandwidth people have. And number two, for whatever's going on with her, we don't have the skills. So hopefully now that she's back in the hospital and her case is open, I can work with the social work department tomorrow when I get down there to make sure that whenever she's released into a rehab situation where she'll have around the clock care until she gets better. If she gets better. I don't know if this is going to be our new norm. And if it is, then that's a whole nother conversation that needs to be had. But I think rehab is the best rate to go. Last but not least, because I don't want to harp on this, you'll be surprised how quickly you get informed and abreast of the medical system when your ass gets thrust into the middle of it. And the last thing that I want to say is capitalism, bureaucracy, and all this individualism, it really messes up everything. I don't think that there should be business competition in certain spaces, and the hospital space is one of them. I think all hospitals and all doctors' offices across the board should use one database repository. It can't be my chart at one place, your chart at this place, they chart at that place. Because the doctor, I can hear him. My cousin had me on the phone and she recorded the conversation, and he's around here asking her about her medical history. And, can he see her medical history or whatever the case may be? Can we bring in some paperwork? And she's like, well, she's on my chart. He's like, yeah, you know, we don't have that, or we use a different system. If you could bring it in, that's some bullshit. That really is some bullshit. There should not be competition in that space. There should not be 3 credit bureaus for you to choose from in that space. No matter what doctor's office, urgent care, hospital, home health situation you walk into, you should be able to give your name and your social security number, and everything they need to know pops up. Everybody's family don't have competent family members that know how to handle the business, that travel with the papers in their bag like me. I'm just saying. All right, guys, moving right along. I want to get the show started with something funny before we get into our political corner really quickly, which we don't have a deep political corner, but we do got a small political corner that we're going to get into today. But I don't think I've ever done this on the show. I want to share a prank with y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all something. I miss the early 2000 pranks. I miss when Jackass first came out. This new prank culture, I really don't like, solely because they get paid through social media monetization, which then creates a lot of competition, which then creates an atmosphere where these young kids are going out harassing the shit out of people in the general public, and they have to escalate the pranks in order to keep the masses entertained, and somebody is going to get hurt. Now, this prank is the money prank, where you walk up to somebody and you play that chime noise that you hear when you send an Apple Pay or Cash App or something. Now, this boy went down to Walmart and did this to Bitty Bitty Bum Bum, and I want y'all to see how Selena Mama responded. Take a look.
Thank you. I just need 100. That's it. 100. That's it. I just need some money. Get some money. No, ma'am. It's a joke. It's a joke. Please. It's a joke. It's a prank. A prank. It's a joke. Please. It's good. Yo, it's good. Calm down. It's a prank. No, chill. No. Please. Chill. Thank you. I just need 100. That's it. I just need some money. Get some money.
Now, here is the thing that's throwing me about this prank. And it is, for whatever it's worth, I'm laughing and I find it to be a little funny. But here is what I find most interesting. Why is this thing cutting up? Here's what I find most interesting about this prank. You running and calling for help and don't even know what you need help for. That's the thing. Like, I really would have loved to have seen this play all the way out to the end, because you yelling help and running behind the boy, and you don't even have any concept of what you actually need help from. And then what ticked me off a little bit was that innate cultural fear, and I don't know if she was given a little bit of Karen, because then when he walked up towards you, you were chasing, it was giving Karen energy. You chased him. The minute he walked towards you, then you start backing back like you see a grizzly bear in front of you screaming help and security. And I'm glad none of those MAGA Trump supporters were around, because optically, with her backing up like that and him walking towards her and her yelling help, him being a young black man and her being an older woman, the optics of that all screamed that black boy did something of harm to her. You know what I'm saying? It's like, while we're getting a good laugh at this, y'all please talk to y'all kids. Can y'all please talk to y'all kids, because y'all gonna get hurt playing with people, and especially playing with people and money pranks during this season that we are in the United States. Like, real talk, people are walking around with nothing but the money they came to Walmart to spend. You know what I'm saying? These are times people are walking around with, people are checking their account, and it's like, bitch, I only got $67 in my account until I get paid on Friday. And I came in here to get just enough food for me and my kids to hold me to Friday. And now you don't took, so they think, $20. Yeah, you done created a life or death situation now, buddy, and I'm ready to whoop your ass. Y'all got to be careful doing these pranks. Like, you know, go back to scaring people and shit jumping out of boxes. You know what I'm saying? Go back to that. Or, you know, scary dolls moving. But this bothering people in public, unless you YouTubers can somehow tell me that y'all got some type of telepathic screening process that keeps y'all safe, and especially in Walmart. Do you know all the honky tonks in Walmart carry guns? Be careful, be careful, be careful. And last but not least, too, y'all gonna have to go back to some nice pranks that people don't mind. People stressed out when they get off work. People stressed out even trying to find a parking spot in the dirty ass Walmart. Walmart is one low down ass brand. And I ain't trying to even start the class wars. I'm not trying to start the class wars tonight, even though something in me do want to get it started. But baby, you best better believe, okay, if you catch me in a Walmart, it's because I got crabs and I need some lice medication, and Walmart is the closest store. That's the circumstance by which you catch me in Walmart. If you catch me in Walmart, it's because I'm out of town, I don't know my way around, and it was 2 lights up from the hotel. Okay. With that being said, Walmart is already a high-stress, danger, projectic, poverty-ridden zone. Okay, half the people cars in the parking lot barely got enough gas to get there. The other half, they car gonna cut off and not start if they turn it off. The other half, windows don't go down. The other half, windows stuck down. The other half, the leather in the seat is eating up their ass. They don't know if they like me with crabs or just itchy ass from chewed up leather. When people go into Walmart, they is already mad and devastated down to the ground that their life did not give them the options of choosing a more elevated experience of shopping. People is already on the edge when they walk in that bitch, and they don't jump off the cliff and hit rock bottom by the time they walked out of that no cashier having self-checkout backed up to the tire department. And matter of fact, I didn't even know stores still had tire departments until I got stuck in a Walmart, bitch, and the line was down to where the tire department, okay? That's how messed up Walmart is. And then on top of that, now you got to go in there and worry about some of these little young boys and girls messing with you and putting it down to the internet. And I'm right here smelling rubber and chemicals because the line is backed up to the tire department. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And then on top of that, then you got people like me who trying to do right by the Target boycott. So I got a double attitude because socioeconomically, I don't got to be here. Okay, because I'm rich like this and not like this. But I'm here trying to stand in solidarity with the folks. So I got a double attitude. Oh, no, man, don't come effing with me down to the Walmart. Down to the Walmart, honey. Down to the Walmart. And I don't want y'all to get mad with me, bitch, but I did have to go in there last week and get some soap, okay? Don't have Jamal Bryant calling my house, okay? United Delegation of Negro People Advancement and Progress of the Western World. I had to go in there last week because it was close to 10 o'clock. I wasn't going to be able to make it in no other stores, and I just so happened to be passing it. That's how bad I didn't want to go to Walmart. I turned on my own damn people and did. Indeed. Jamal Bryant, you need to hurry up and let us know when we can wrap this up with Target because it's getting hard out here. You didn't even leave us a damn Kmart to go to. Okay, like I'm getting sick and tired of going to Publix and Walgreens and Best Buy. Those three stores, Publix, Walgreens, and Best Buy, are how I've had to compensate for not going to Target. Okay, I'm in there buying $9 bars of soap out of damn Walgreens because I can't go to Target. So I need y'all to wrap this up really quickly. Okay, moving into our political corner, guys. Black women, this one is for you, and it's not a good one, unfortunately. 3,000 Black women have left the labor force in 3 months, and it's no coincidence. For decades, public sector has been a lifeline for Black women shut out of economic opportunity. It's no surprise that Trump's federal downsizing targeted them first, explains economist Tika Roy. This is unfortunate. You know, we always crack jokes about front desk fish. Okay, the bitch down at the courthouse with attitude. The bitch behind the glass that's calling the next numbers. We always laugh because we all know that girl. We all know that lady. We know that Black lady. And the reason all of us know that Black lady is because that Black lady worked down to the county and she worked down to the federal government building. Okay. And listen, this Project 2020 stuff was very well calculated, and it was calculated to disenfranchise certain groups of people systematically. You know what I'm saying? And this is very unfortunate that 300,000 Black women, as a result of Trump's downsizing or Doge or whatever it is he's got going on, are now out of work. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I am sick and tired of us having to lean on being resilient. You know, that's all right, because y'all know we some resilient people. We gonna be all right. We gonna make a way out. I'm tired of us having to make a way out of no way, especially when we've made strides and especially when we've made so many advancements. I think the other thing that we need to be concerned about, you know, for whatever it's worth, people with college degrees oftentimes have a little more flexibility in terms of, you know, switching careers or switching industries or going from public to private. And the beautiful thing about federal government jobs and county jobs is that if people who did not have degrees, they had the experience. They were able to work in a department and work their way up to a manager or a supervisor or a director or whatever the case may be. You know, what happens to those people? To the woman that, you know, wore the nice blouses with the shortcut that drove the big body Lexus and she made $150 a year being a supervisor down to the government building. And now she's been thrust out of government building. There's no openings in there. She has to go to the private sector and she don't have a degree. You know, now things are changing. In these days now, you can finagle your resume a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And people are starting to overlook degrees. But I'm just worried about those people. I'm worried about the people who, you know, been there all these years and you know, were near retirement. Like, what does this do for those people that these jobs have been the cornerstone of their lives? And I got to get Teslin Figaro back on the show because Teslin does a deep dive on this conversation. And she talks about how, you know, government jobs are what created much of the Black middle class. Good government jobs, sturdy, reliable government jobs are what created the Black middle class, and they are systematically taking them away from us on purpose. Members of the Funky Bunch, if you were caught up in this downsizing, and if you are part of the 300,000 Black women who are had to leave the labor force as a result of what's going on with Trump, can you please put me in the chat? I just want to know how many of us were impacted. If you were impacted, okay, Samantha Jefferson says me. Marissa Anthony says me. Carmen Serene says me. Miss Yolanda, oh my God. Tanya Christopher, oh my God, they're coming in faster than I can read. I am so sorry to hear this, ladies. I am so sorry. And see what I'm saying, Funky Bunch? It's hitting us. We got a lot of people. I'm sorry, I forget my men too. I had a man in the group. He said, I'm male, and it hit me too. Somebody said almost. I mean, it is a lot of us. And I know some of y'all that are still nervous going to work every day. Moving right along to our last political corner story. And this is a funny setup. Miami to offer free citizen classes for immigrants under Trump's Fed cutting. Now, the Miami Herald's reported this story. Miami residents will have access to free citizenship classes again after the federal cut funding for the program that helped thousands of immigrants prepare for their naturalization exam. On Monday, Miami District 4 Commissioner Ralph Rosado announced that his office would allocate up to $10,000 to subsidize the Miami-Dade County Public Schools Fast Track to Citizens courses offered through the school district's adult education. I'm not going to bother reading the rest of this because the only point is, who about to go show up to one of these classes? Baby, I'm only Spanish a little bit because I eat crunchy taco supremes from Taco Bell, and my ass ain't even driving by one of the adult education centers that offer the classes because I don't want they ass to mistake me for a Haitian immigrant or Bahamian or Jamaican immigrant. So I'm staying my Black ass away from all immigrant zone places, and I got a social security number and I'm a citizen. Who in their right damn mind would go to a big old we ain't citizens meeting? And I feel so bad for certain people to a degree because these people were under the impression if I just do right and I follow the rules, and probably when Trump got in office, they probably started thinking to themselves even more, this is more the reason why I need to go to my hearings, I need to go to my meetings, I need to check in with my social worker and all these different things. And y'all going and picking the people up? Y'all is going and getting the people? Baby, you might as well feed the homeless with them little extra 10. First of all, $10,000 ain't gonna help much. And I know it's to subsidize, but they say, Q, you look Haitian though. I can see them snatching your ass. Exactly. Exactly. That's why I know what I look like, baby. That's why I ain't going around now. I ain't going nowhere near where they teaching the classes. Okay. Y'all, I got to share a story and I need y'all to help me out with this one. So this fan saw Crissean Rock and had a meltdown and started crying. And for some reason, this is really upsetting me. And
You got it. Oh, you're so cute.
Look at this.
It's her birthday. She's all the way from Portugal. You got a smile. Happy birthday, Mama.
Let me take it down. I'm right here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right here in front of me. Oh my God.
All right. So, this upsets me. And I don't want this to become a rant where I end up going in on Crissean. I'm gonna try my hardest not to make this about Crissean. This upsets me to a place in me that I did not know existed. I am embarrassed. And in this moment, as a people, I'm worried and I feel hopeless. I feel hopeless. And I feel hopeless because I think back to when we were that age. Granted, Zeus and all that type of stuff was not out, but we were fanning out and actually crying over like people who were worth fanning out and crying over. For the life of me, I don't even know what Crissean does, okay? Yet alone what she does well enough for a girl to see her and be crying and like, oh my God, she's in front of me. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but Crissean Rock is every light-skinned ghetto bitch that you would find in Walmart. So I'm just confused as to what you're looking up to and what you're excited about and what does she do for you? What does she do? Like, I can understand running into your favorite singer, your favorite actor. And so then it makes me ask, because more times than not, you know, there's something about the people we idolize that we want or that we want to be. I am curious to know what in Crissean that she sees or that she wants or that she idolizes, because this is just a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. And it's a problem not because I'm sure that this girl represents thousands of girls. And that's why I'm concerned. If it was just this little one-off girl, I would have just wrote it off to her being slow or whatever. Somebody said, you're old. These young people have heroes that you don't have to like. There's some truth and legitimacy to that, Eugenia Watson. There is some legitimacy to that. And you're right, I don't have to like them. But I also think that part of me being old, as you put it, is imparting knowledge and wisdom on the generation prior to us and having enough sense to say at some point we have to draw a line in the sand and create some boundaries within our Black society to further support and undergird our progression and make sure that those that come after us, you know, continue to build. Like I may not understand their heroes, but I'm grown, wise, and mature enough to know that this ain't a good hero for none of them to have. So you're right, I don't have to like it, but me not liking it doesn't mean that I don't have common damn sense. All right, Eugenia Watson. I don't think that there is any of y'all on this phone that will want y'all daughters to emulate Crissean quiet as it's. I don't know if any of y'all would even want y'all daughters riding in the car with her to the movies. I damn sure know I wouldn't. So I got sense enough to know that. Which means she's not good for our people, our daughters. And I got sense enough to know that with my old ass. Moving right along. Y'all, I was sitting here minding my business like I always do. And then Karuechi popped up on the thing, crying over Deion.
So yeah, we are here to fully remove the bladder.
I got stuff going on. We better be happy right here. We happy. What's wrong with y'all? Everybody happy? You good? We good. How you doing? Right, we good. Everybody good? You good too?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good? We good. All right.
So first and foremost, when they started going together, and the people saying they've been together, girl, I did not know nothing about Karuechi and Deion Sanders going together. And at first I had a little piece of problem with it. I did. And my friend Kia Graves, shout out to Kia. Kia was like, man, that girl 37 and he 57. 37 is good and grown. 37 is almost 40. I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't got no problem with it. It's just a little random. It's just giving, I don't feel like working. It's giving, I don't feel like working. It's giving, when I was on that cast of the Nail Show with Niecy Nash, that was too much work. Them hoes had me out there for 14 to 15 hours a day. I don't feel like working. It's giving, I don't feel like working. It's giving, I want a soft life. And listen, he got a thing for culturally ambiguous Black women that look Asian or whatever. He had Pilar, and then he did have Tracy Edmonds, which is, you know, she's not Asian or culturally ambiguous, but she fits in that hue. Pilar, Tracy Edmonds, and Karuechi are all the same damn person, aesthetic-wise. They're the same doggone person. Deion definitely has a type. Definitely has a type. But go ahead. Go ahead, Karuechi. Let me tell y'all something. I think Karuechi is the only one. I think Karuechi is the only one who leveraged a celebrity boyfriend properly. Like, I don't like all them girls that's popular because they somebody baby mama, and I'm not gonna call nobody names because I don't need the internet starting no shit with me. But them girls, like Karuechi actually like worked to do something. She got that Chris Brown stank off of her, and she didn't just stay in that space. I'm a celebrity because I'm Chris Brown girlfriend. Like she didn't do that. She went and got her some acting stuff. And then she started moving in the circles and went and got her Deion. Now, see, I'm going to say something and y'all may get offended with me. These are the types of dating decisions that, number one, Shannon Sharp should have been making. Okay? If Shannon Sharp would have got with Karuechi, you like him young, get you a Karuechi. Okay? But the decision that Karuechi made is the same type of decision Evelyn Lozada and them should be making. Jennifer Williams. Okay? All them girls, all them old hoes. Okay? Larsa Pippen. These the types of moves they supposed to be making. Oh, they say Karuechi is in the Shy as well. Okay, I didn't know. Karuechi is in the Shy. Those the type, they supposed to be moving like that. Drea done when they got with that little ass boy. Brittany Renner going to get with them little ass boys. Or they say she dated Victor Cruz too. Okay. But yeah, that these stable men. Now Deion probably gonna talk to you a little crazy or whatever, but that's all right. You know, she got that Asian submissiveness in her. And I'm gonna tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you want. You want a man with money and a busy job. You want a man with money and a busy job. One that's going to be so busy that half the relationship, he leaving you the hell alone. Okay? That's what you want. Because I don't care how much you love your man, they all get on your nerves at some point. Okay? They all get, being in close proximity with anybody for a while. It's so funny. Me and my boyfriend, we always joke about it. He was just here this weekend. And I'm not going to lie, I miss him when he gone. But when he be gone, and like I get my bed back to myself, there's also a part of me that's like, whew, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's the single part of me still fighting for visibility or what, but it's like, I love when my boyfriend is here, but I love when he leaves too. And I tell him that. And it's no disrespect in it. And we laugh about it. And then he'll hit me back with the, yeah, I kind of was over talking to you today too, because we talked so much over the weekend. Like, I kind of ain't really have to talk to you today for real. 1 or 2 check-ins was kind of good. I kind of like it like that. And y'all know, before I got with this man, I always told y'all I wanted a truck driver boyfriend, one that was here for 2 weeks and gone for 2. You know what I'm saying? And I got it now, and having a boyfriend that's 2 hours away. So it works. It works. It keeps us missing each other. Speaking of somebody else in sports, Khalilah Ali. Now, I don't quite know what the history is between Khalilah Ali and Muhammad Ali's other wife. Somebody just put in the chat, Deion is her godfather, not her man. I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to fact check that one, because that's not giving my godfather energy. And last I checked, when folks going into the hospital, there are other family members that are higher up on the totem pole that's with them than they damn godchildren. Like, than they godchildren. Like, I think that's very weird. That man got children of his own, and my godchild, that is her man. Stop lying. The internet lies, don't care who tell them. Anyway, so I've been able to deduce that Khalilah Ali was cheated on with Muhammad Ali and Laila Ali's mama. And I guess this old bitter lady ain't let the hurt go or whatever. And now she hopes that Clarissa beat up Laila Ali. Y'all, I don't want to I was about to say, I don't ever want to love anybody that much and that hard, that this far down the road, that it still bothers me and I still harbor a little hurt on. But then again, I also feel like maybe it's a really beautiful thing to be that in love with somebody. I don't know. But take a listen to what Miss Mama got to say about Laila Ali.
And Clarissa.
Not now, please.
Let's go, tell
Not now. Not soon.
There's one big fight, of course, with Laila. Do you think that's going to happen?
Carissa's a bulldog. She's a bulldog.
Does the fight happen?
Huh?
Does the fight with Laila happen?
I don't think so. I think Laila needs to stay in the kitchen.
Do you see anyone beating Clarissa?
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman. There's something a little problematic for me with a woman telling another woman they need to stay in the kitchen. Little problematic for me. She's a very beautiful woman. I'm gonna leave it at that. She been selling out. It's just weird because it's like, why you selling out Laila? Unless there's some history where Laila was 12 years old and used to call your house and was cussing you out and being disrespectful to you, Miss Khalilah, I don't know. I just don't like all this you be doing when it comes to Miss Laila Ali. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to get this dust mite together. Michael Rapaport speaks on Hulk Hogan. Take a listen.
Passes away. We're not going to disrespect the Hulkster. That's what we're not going to do. Is we're not going to be disrespecting Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster. I don't care if he had some controversy outside of the ring. I don't care if he endorsed Donald Trump. We're talking about one of the most original.
All right, so I'm going to stop it right there. White people never miss an opportunity to show up and be white. White people never miss an opportunity to show up and be white. And you know what hurts me so much about Michael Rapaport, and I think what hurts a lot of Black people, and something that we always get caught up in, we always bring certain ones in, we embrace them, we line their pockets, we allow them to play in our culture, we allow them, we big them up, we help build them up, we love on them, we re-employ them, rehire them, recycle them, invite them to the cookouts. And we always end up getting our heart broken because no matter how cool they've been and for how long they've been cool, there's always a life event that comes along where the white person is going to be a white person. Never fails. Never fails. And it's weird because even now when I see like Black and white kids playing together and they've been best friends for a long time, I know it may be pessimistic of me, but I just look forward and I be like, and I hate when the day comes when that white person is going to be white. And it's going to cause for you to sit. First of all, it has to be such a privilege and a luxury to be white, because for you to refer to his bigotry as controversy that he had outside of the ring and then just brush it like this, that's only something that a white person could do. Because for you, because his bigotry doesn't impact you negatively, you have the luxury of being able to cast that to the side and only view him for what he did in the ring. We're not going to, and then for you to minimize it and relegate it to controversy outside of the ring. You just wrote it off like he went through a bad divorce or something. No, this deserves a little breath, because what he did on that stage was fantasy. The bigotry he exemplified is who he was for real. I don't care about the little controversy. I'm sure you don't. And again, that is when I say white people never miss the opportunity to show up and be white, because that is only a statement a white person could make. Only a white person could glance over the bigotry and glance over the endorsement of Donald Trump. And for the record, I think most sane and rational people don't have a problem with anybody being a Republican or for anybody voting for Donald Trump if your voting intentions were truly pure. You know what I'm saying? If your voting intentions were simply, oh, I voted for Donald Trump because I've been a lifelong Republican and I believe in Republican values and I think that he's best for the economy, I have no problem that you voted for Donald Trump. But when the underlying reason that you voted for Donald Trump is rooted in white supremacy and bigotry, then yeah, I don't care that he endorsed Donald Trump. Well, we do. Well, we do. And again, about never missing an opportunity to be white. Michael Rapaport, much of your success has come from the African-American community, much of it. And the fact that whatever you said on this podcast, saying it meant more to you, than trying to not at least consider the feelings of a large part of your fan base is very white of you. Very white of you. This next story. A Florida man was arrested after slapping a pregnant woman for smoking a cigarette. Later, allegedly punched her in the stomach during the argument. Guys, Felix Taylor, 36, was arrested in Pensacola, Florida, after an argument turned violent when he saw a pregnant woman smoking. According to the police, he snatched a cigarette from her mouth, slapped her, and returned to punch her in the face and the abdomen. Authorities say the victim was left with a swollen, bleeding lip. Taylor reportedly refused to cooperate with officers during questioning. Now, this is confusing as hell because it's like, are you the pregnant, unborn child warrior or no? Like, I was low key, like, kind of all right when they said he slapped because she was smoking a cigarette. Yeah, because you probably needed to be slapped smoking a cigarette and you pregnant. But you can't care about the baby, sir, if you came back and punched the lady in the stomach. If you came back and punched the lady in the stomach, sir, then you can't be concerned about, you can't be concerned about the baby, which then leads me to believe that you must be crazy. You must be crazy. Sad story out there in Pensacola. Y'all going around punching people in the doggone stomach. We got a quick hit here, guys. Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour becomes highest grossing country tour in history. Black folks, y'all sure know how to write headlines and break records that's going to upset them damn people. Baby, y'all know these people going to be upset down to the damn ground. This girl done came in out of nowhere and done exceeded Dolly Parton and Reba McEntire and the Dixie Chicks and Shania Twain and Billy Ray Cyrus and all these different people. This girl done came and is the number one. I mean, that is huge. That is huge. And unfortunately, you know, I just feel like we're going to begin to see a lot more hate come out of the white country music world. But y'all better brace yourselves because you are about to get a lot more Black people doing their thing in the country music space. I think we're already kind of creating a genre. I'm starting to see like country soul or whatever. And then when you layer that with the line dance movement that's going on right now, like there's a lot brewing. There is a lot brewing. And then the Grammys already created this contemporary country versus, you know, traditional country as a way to appease white folks and to dilute. And as a way to dilute the accomplishments of people who are non-white. Because that's all that other category is to dilute. It's to dilute and to systematically, here's the systematic part, to systematically make sure they can still continue to say, and Grammy Award-winning artist Reba McEntire and Grammy Award-winning artist John Doe and Grammy Award-winning, because if y'all let all them Black people in and they start winning, then what are we going to do? So let's just create a second category and hope they don't mind. I hope every Black person that in their country go do it their old school style. No, y'all hoes move. Y'all don't like it, y'all move. Y'all move to contemporary country. And I guess they say, to a degree, we so happy to get an award from the white folks. I guess we just, or we had bigger fish to fry during this era that we just kind of let it go. But I don't like it. I don't like it. Ray J opens up about the death of Whitney Houston on the Cam Newton show. Take a listen.
I love Whitney. I was with Whitney every day. She was one of the most important people to me. Saying that I was in the room when she died. Bro, that's the biggest cap I've ever heard. The way they made that scene is so haunting to me. Here's why. I wasn't even there. I was nowhere around.
Where were you?
I was in San Diego doing a show.
Okay.
When I got back to the hotel, they did not let me up at first. Until everything was cleared and it was just the family, that's when I was able to go upstairs and see the family. This is you talking like late at night. When I pull up, I got my shoes. I'm ready to go to the event. I just talked to her on the phone. She's not there no more. It's over. Like, and Ray, who was her bodyguard, he found her and he called me. CNN says Ray J found her. And then 10 minutes later, like, I love Whitney. I was with Whitney. Oh no, Ray, her bodyguard. That's 10 minutes later, bro. To make me that person when I wasn't even there, and then to put murderer on top of that. But I just solely just got away with it.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys do drugs?
I've never done one drug with Whitney. And then when they asked me, did Whitney do drugs? I mean, you don't gotta, there's certain things you can ask me and I'll tell you about me. But you don't gotta ask the other question because you already know, like, it's Whitney. Everybody knows certain answers. I was so f***ed up after that happened. I tried hard drugs for the first time after this happened because I was just like, I didn't know what was going on, bro. I was totally like,
I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. Solely because for so long, so many of us were told and led to believe that Ray J was helping supply her with drugs. And here's the thing, right? Because I'm even looking at us in the comments. The thing is, guys, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We know that something feels off. Something feels a little fishy. I do think that it would be messed up for anybody, if they were not there and falsely accused of being there, especially with somebody as iconic as Whitney Houston. But I mean, there's a lot of coincidences. Your name is Ray. The security guard happened to be named Ray. I don't know if it's true or not. I damn sure don't believe that you did hard drugs for the first time after Whitney died. I definitely believe there's more to it. Speaking from somebody who has engaged in party drugs, I tell y'all this all the time. Drugs is not a singular activity. All right. There is no world. There is absolutely no world where one person does so many drugs and the other people in close proximity of them just absolutely do nothing. There is no world. If Whitney was as stuck in her addiction as she was, Whitney was doing her drugs in her hotel room with y'all in the room. She wasn't going off hiding. She wasn't saying, excuse me, let me go to the bathroom and powder my nose really quickly. She was doing it. And for her to be comfortable enough to be doing them, and I'm making a lot of speculation, but I'm telling y'all the way drugs work. Okay. Y'all ass was in there doing them with her too. There is just, first of all, Ray J, you've been in Hollywood way too long to not do coke. And you're not finna ever get me to believe that you and Whitney did not sit around and snort coke together. You're not going to get me to believe that. You're just not going to get me to believe that. You're not going to get me to believe Pat Houston ass ain't do it either, allegedly. You're not going to get me to believe that Pat Houston didn't indulge in it either. You're just not going to get me to believe that. You know, you're not going to get me to believe it. Because if those people around her didn't indulge in it, they definitely condoned it. You're traveling with this woman, you're in close proximity with her, and if she was as deep in her addiction as the press would have us to believe, that means she was getting high around y'all, and y'all wasn't slapping her hand or telling her that that's not welcomed around me. No, because y'all ass was doing it with her. Because y'all was doing it with her. Not to mention, Pat, your husband is Gary. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Y'all, there's something about Tyra Banks that just annoys me a little bit. So Tyra Banks did the Today Show where she was talking about she eats in her bed, which is fine. And the other lady next to her says she don't like to eat in the bed because it gets crumbs. I understand that's very valid. And then Tyra goes on to say how she finds the crumbs days later in her bed and eats them. And then she even will pick up and eat some of the crumbs off the floor because she has a no shoe policy in her house. And I want to tell you what bothers me about Tyra Banks. The whole thing is lame. And it's just weird, though, because it feels like lately, whenever Tyra Banks gets an opportunity to do press, that she comes in trying to get a moment. And this just felt very, I don't know. It was just a little cringy for me. Take a listen.
Into eating in bed.
No, why not?
Because I don't like crumbs.
The great thing is, like, a couple days later,
You do not.
a little bit.
Like a couple days later, you get down in there and
I do. And Jenna, I clean crumbs by eating them.
a week later, you would go in there and eat that.
Yeah. If I knew it was mine in my bed, yeah.
On the ground?
If it's on your ground, I have no shoe rule.
Okay.
So that I can eat off my floor. But then I see my...
I'm not into eating in bed.
No, why not?
Because I don't like.
All I can do is just say, I guess. It's useless information. It's like people who chew their fingernails and swallow them. Don't nobody need to know that. That you eat leftover Chinese rice that you find in your bed. Nobody needs to know. I don't know. It's just a little lame and cringy to me. Last but not least, guys, and I didn't mean to end the show on this note. Damn it, I should have did the Tyra story last. But a Georgia mother is charged with murder and cruelty to children after her 5-year-old son found a gun in her purse and accidentally shot his twin brother. Guys, take a listen.
County that left a 5-year-old dead and his mother behind bars. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us here for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. This is 25-year-old Lanicia Bennett. You'll see her in a moment. There she is. She faces 2 charges, including murder. Bennett faced a judge this afternoon in her first court appearance. Fox 5's Tyler Finger was there. He joins us now live outside the DeKalb County Courthouse. Tyler, do police know who pulled the trigger in this shooting?
Yeah, Courtney, good evening to you. Lanicia Bennett is not accused of shooting her 5-year-old son, but her arrest warrant says she left a loaded gun in her bedroom and one of her twin sons shot the other.
Next case is Miss Lanicia Bennett.
25-year-old Lanicia Bennett faced a DeKalb County magistrate judge Thursday afternoon, just 24 hours after a deadly shooting inside her apartment left her 5-year-old son dead.
You were charged with cruelty to children in the 2nd degree. In addition, based upon that charge, the state charged you with murder in the second degree.
According to her arrest warrant, Bennett was negligent when she left a, quote, loaded gun inside of a black purse that she put inside of a nightstand inside her upstairs bedroom that her kids had access to, end quote. It goes on to say her 5-year-old twins were in the bedroom watching TV when one of them fired a single shot at the other, hitting him in the chest. Neighbors were left shocked.
I just recently moved here. Just recently moved here. This is what I get greeted with. I don't want to be greeted with this ever again.
This all happened Wednesday afternoon at the Village at Wesley Chapel Apartments off of Pleasant Point Drive. Bennett now faces charges of second-degree murder and cruelty to children. It's unclear where she was at the time of the shooting. Police say the gun was not locked away or in a gun safe. Thursday morning, DeKalb County Police.
Y'all, my emotions are all over the place with this story. Of course, there's a part where this is her fault. She was negligent. The gun should have been put up, right? Now this young boy is dead. But for whatever reason, I feel so bad for this woman. In the blink of an eye, this lady has lost everything. She lost both children. She lost one to death, and she's losing another to her going to jail, plus losing her life and all her hopes and dreams. It's a lot. And I get the negligent part. I get that we're supposed to lock guns up. I get all of that. Still doesn't change the fact that it was an accident. It was a preventable accident, but it was an accident. Somebody put, how does that, now that child has to live with the fact that he killed his brother and killed his twin brother. Oh my God. This is just way too much trauma. Way too much trauma. If y'all got guns, go lock them up. If y'all got guns, because somebody put in the comments, the gun was put up. In real talk, by a lot of people's standards, the gun was put up. It was in the mama's purse, in a nightstand. But we know kids meddle. We know that kids get into things. She lived in the hood. She had that gun locked and loaded and ready in case somebody kicked her door in. Put it in the closet up on the top shelf or something, child. Anyway, I'm finna get in here and get something to eat, pack my bag. I gotta go take the dogs to the dog sitter. I got a 7:30 flight, so y'all pray for me, and I'll keep y'all abreast of what's going on tomorrow via Instagram. We'll talk later. Bye.